Yeah, just an A10 battle. We've been guarding statistically, and as you see it, and we just gave them too many easy ones. They had something to do with that. Credit to Rhode Island, they came in here with and took it at us, and we. They haven't shot the ball well, but we had something to do with that. They made plays and got some good open shots to get confidence, and then we had trouble guarding them today off the dribble, and it showed, especially in the second half. We had some good moments, but we didn't play the defense that we're accustomed to around here, and we got to get better. We got to learn from this, and the A10 is not forgiving, so no excuses. We'll get back to work and be ready to play the next one.
What do
Uh,
you got?
Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, thank you. What do you got? What do you hope the guys learn from these second halves? You had Mason kind of slipped back in on Wednesday. You had JMU a couple weeks ago slip back in the second half, and then Rhode Island had a big second half to pull away and win today.
Yeah, it's
Um,
something we got to evaluate it for sure. We got to we got to we got to take advantage and appreciate every minute we're out there, and so play that way. And for the most part, our guys are. Those are the lessons you got to learn. I think that halftime sometimes we come out and all right, we'll get back in the flow of things, and we're giving other teams life or giving them confidence, and we got to get better coming out of the locker room and almost having a sweat going, ready to go. But you know, it I don't think today it was that second half versus I think the whole game we didn't play defense like we've been doing all year long. I think Rhode Island had something to do with it. I think they attacked us in different ways. We had trouble guarding the ball today. It allowed them to get downhill. We fouled a lot. They shot 30 foul shots on our court, and they had inside outside threes, and we've been taking people off the 3-point line, but they shot their best game from three today because of the way they attacked us, and something we gotta address and work on. And against a team like Rhode Island that plays very downhill and forward and aggressive, there's still no excuse. You still got to sit down and get stops.
what has been the talk in practice about the fouling? I know that's something you talked about kind of throughout the year. With the young team, what are some things you guys have talked about as far as kind of getting the fouls down, kind of maybe increasing the discipline on some of those plays to avoid
Yeah, it's
fouling?
it's it's discipline, Wayne, more than anything. You would call it defensive discipline. You're guarding the ball up the sideline, and he has nowhere to go but up the sideline. You got to get your hands off him. The guy goes by you. You can't hand check early in. You can't hand check him. He beats you. Trust your defense, right? Trust your teammates. We had a lot of those. I thought we had a couple fouls where just be really disciplined, be the second jumper, square them up instead of coming down. And I thought they had a couple of drives where, man, don't bail them out, don't bail them out. And that's discipline, that's maturity. We're still young at times, but we got to fix those mistakes and not put a team on the line 30 times. But they had something to do with it. They really drove us today, and we put some of their better players on the line too early in both halves.
Go ahead, Sean.
Hey, Mike, I know in the second half when it was tied and they went on that second half run, it seemed like it was one of the few times this year that the defensive breakdowns kind of carried over onto the offensive end. Did you get that sense as well?
Yeah, and we talked about it. We called some plays, and we just when we were attacking them, we were getting some good looks. Even though we didn't always finish at the rim, we were getting some good looks. But I thought at that stretch there, our lack of defense affected our offensive shot selection without a doubt. And part of it is you want to let them go make plays and be aggressive, because I don't want to standing out there passing around like you go. I want us to be aggressive, but I do. It's something we got to address. We show on tape, and the best way that if a team scores on you or scores on you easily, the make sure that doesn't happen again is going down there and making them play defense, right? And getting a good stop or drawing a foul and getting back there and setting your defense. And we played into their hands on that too. And that's just something we got to learn. And we had some young guys on the court there trying really hard, but we got to fix that for sure.
And if I can do a follow-up, we hear so much about what Fats can do on both ends of the floor for Rhode Island, but I got the sense that maybe Jeremy Shepard was the X factor this afternoon. The kid from our area really played well, especially off the dribble. You were talking about that. He was doing a lot of good things off the dribble this afternoon.
Yeah, you know, what having him out there, they have multiple handlers, right? And, you know, when he made plays, and I think he attacked us even in the open court and got downhill and made some nice plays. And then, of course, you know, we all know he can really shoot the ball, but, you know, people talk about him shooting the ball, but he's a player, and he put the ball on the floor and made plays, and it really hurt us at times today. And, you know, there were some plays where it was broken down, and it was in his hands, and he got downhill and created some plays, and, you know, he drew some fouls as well. And when you have multiple handlers out there, especially a guy like Fats and Jeremy, they're going to make plays. You know that, but you can't give them as many as we did today, and that really hurt us.
Additional questions for Coach? Wayne with follow-ups.
I want to ask sort of a general question as well. Notice, you know, Vince and Bones, their minutes have kind of creeped up 30 or more per game, especially here recently. Is that kind of where you wanted that? Maybe you kind of tighten up the rotation a little bit more?
Yeah, well, as we move along, yeah, I think so at times, depending on matchups and depending on how the game's going and the flow. I thought the game was slower today, so we can do that. But yeah, at times, you know, they're two of our important guys, right? And so I think at times certain games they can do that. And you know, Bones sat out a lot in the first half because of fouls there. So he had some legs there, so he can go. And you know, Vince was playing some multiple positions, so when we got in some foul trouble there, we kept them out there. So, you know, yeah, we'll at times we'll do it. And those two guys definitely could at times play a bulk of the minutes.
And then what has kind of kept, you know, Josh out the last couple of games? It's one of those things where same thing sort of in the flow of the game, you know, wasn't
Coach's decision.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything else, Wayne? You good?
That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Sean?
Hey, Mike, what did you think about Hassan Ward's performance, especially in the first half today?
Yeah, he's getting better and better. You know, he's just he continues to improve, and I thought his activity. You know, as a team, I think we had 11 block shots. He had a lot to do with, you know, he had a bunch, but he also changed some shots and then got some rebounds, kept the things alive around the rim, and offensively he's improving. And you know, as he continues to play more and keeps getting the reps in practice, he's going to improve. And we all see he's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of potential. He just needs game experience, and it doesn't happen overnight. But you did see some good things from him today, and he had a really good approach. And, you know, we need more and more of that from him on that. I was really proud of him.
Thanks, Mike.
And then just last one from Wayne, and we'll wrap up.
I did want to ask you about Jameer as well. He seemed to really come on last several games with this 3-point shooting. Just how much of a boon has that been, having an additional shooter with, you know, Bones and Vince like that?
Yeah, you know, he's a freshman that's very talented. He's going to play more and more as we go along. He's just getting more comfortable. So as you see, you know, as he's getting more comfortable with all the things we do offensively and defensively, you know, his natural instincts to score the ball and the nose for the ball is coming out. And, you know, I'm really proud of him because he's working, he's listening, and it's carrying over and it's coming to fruition in games. And you know, having that extra guy that can shoot, he's shooting the heck out of it now recently, and he's making plays for us. And, you know, a big, strong guy that can guard and start rebounding. So he's going to do more and more and play more and more because you see some good things with him. So, no, it's a freshman that is going to be a heck of a player for us. And as he's getting more comfortable with game experience and practice time, he's going to help us more and more.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
See you on Monday.
Thanks, Chris.